Hey, I'm Andy, and today we're going to be reacting to Mogul Mail this time by Ludwig, and the title is This Solo Dev is Getting Scammed. And I saw this video since I watch Mogul Mail from time to time, and this was talking about one of the games I recently played. And at the time of this recording, it's out on the same day on my gaming channel. So, yeah, we're going to see what the problem is, and we'll see.
Half the videos that I make on this channel are things that I think you want to watch, either because it's a huge current event or just some juicy drama you can watch for 10 minutes during a lunch break, like when Aiden Ross got scammed out of millions of dollars.
That
The
was
other half
funny.
of the videos I like to make are things that I know a lot about, and I don't know a lot of things, so when I feel like an expert on a subject, I like to impart my little amount of wisdom, like when I talk about streaming and industry stuff. But today's different, and I hope you'll indulge me because today I'm not an expert on the subject, and I don't think any of you know what's going on. But it's
Yeah,
near
I
and dear
don't,
to my
which is
heart
why
because it's
I'm
about
clicking on
my
the video.
favorite video game, Balatro, and why you might not be able to play it anymore. Now, if you don't know about
I mean, I got it on Steam, so I feel like I'll still be able to play it.
Balatro is, I'll let Northern Lion explain it for you.
It's the poker roguelite, heavily synergistic, heavily mathematical driven, heavily multiplication driven,
bad.
heavily
I've only done like
gamed
30
by
minutes,
Hafu.
but
She got
yeah.
like a 17 billion point hand or something.
Hofo does game on that game, and it came out full release this week, and it is blown up. I think they almost crossed like 1 million sales, or they're close to it, but the sales have somewhat halted because they tweeted out, the publisher Playstack, that the game's been removed from sale on a number of digital stores in some countries and even on some console platforms, including the Nintendo Switch. And the reason is because the rating of the game got changed overnight from 3 plus
Wait,
to
why?
18 plus because it contains prominent gambling imagery and material that instructs about gambling.
Does it? I mean, like I said, I've only played about 30 minutes, but does it? I know it has cards, but those are just playing cards. Anyone can play playing cards. It's not. I wouldn't say that's prominent. I mean, I guess there's poker chips. I mean, but you don't bet any money, as far as I can recall. You're given, like, for those who haven't played it, and for those who haven't seen like any gameplay, it's like you're given more than 5 cards. I think you're given like 7 cards, and you're supposed to make the best poker hand you can make, but it's not realistic at all, since like you're given 7 cards and you're just trying to make the best hand you can out of that, and I don't see how that's I mean, I guess you can argue that's gambling imagery with the chips included, and I guess playing cards in general, but I guess, and then there's like packs you can open, but none of them use real money, aside from buying the game itself. But there's no microtransactions. There's no other way to spend real life money. I mean, I don't know what they mean by prominent, and material that instructs about gambling, I'm not sure. Like, it tells you it tells you the types of poker hands you can play, but I mean, that it doesn't tell you, like, from what I can tell, it doesn't tell you the specifics about gambling. It just tells you rules of a game, like a lot of games do. So it just tells you like 4 of a kind, flush, straight, all that stuff. But it doesn't tell you like strategic stuff related to gambling, like maybe you should hit on this, or maybe you should like fold, or maybe you should, I don't know. That's so weird. From 3 plus to an 18.
Now, they go on to say that they don't allow or encourage gambling, and I'll explain how in a second. But they also said that this was initially rated 18 plus, and then they
It says Balatro was developed by someone who is staunchly anti-gambling, and painstaking care has been taken to ensure that the game does not feature gambling mechanics of any kind. And that we are especially disappointed in the actions of the rating board, as we specifically addressed this topic with them in October, and were given a 3 plus rating after it had initially been rated 18 plus. During that specific appeal, the ratings board assured us, we have reviewed your product and determined that the disclosure of gambling themes was unwarranted. So it was already reviewed. How can, and then now in February or March, I mean, watching this in March, but it's changed back to a 18 plus after a manual review.
Rated it 3+ after showing them the game, and then they flip-flopped. They flip-flopped right back, which is fucking them over. And I'm not happy
so
about this
weird.
because my favorite goddamn game, and I want the solo dev who made the game to succeed, to thrive, to make a fuck ton of money because they made a beautiful thing, and I like when beautiful things make a lot of money.
I mean, personally, it's not my favorite so far, but I do like it. And I mean, I play a lot of games, so I don't really have favorite. I do have some games I really like, but it is what it is. Right?
Now, if you never played a roguelike before, it's
like I have fun with it, but it's not my favorite.
it's like every roguelike, man. It's like you get like a random thing, like in Hades, and you get a random boom. But in this game, you get jokers, which add different multipliers depending on different factors, what suit it is.
I really should get back to Hades. I played it on my gaming channel, and then I stopped. I had other stuff that I wanted to play, but I don't know how far I've gotten. I know I've beaten some bosses, but I don't think I've beaten. I don't think I've completed a full run yet.
What cards you can play, what hands you play. There's a lot of different combinations.
It was a fun game.
And I think nobody can explain Balatro better than this article in Paste Magazine, which is definitely worth reading. It was written by Mike Dietz, and I'm going to just read this paragraph here. Chance is inherent to solitaire in Balatro. Provides a certain je ne sais quoi to the game, an ineffable chaos that draws us in with a slim promise of victory before kicking our ass again and again. Most of my runs in Balatro have been utter failures, complete train wrecks of terrible luck and poor decisions that keep me from progressing out of the first few rounds. I
think like the first few hands I was just doing two pair.
Feel bad. I make a lot of bad plays. Similarly, not every game of solitaire is winnable. Sometimes the cards are distributed in a way that makes further progress impossible, no matter how skilled of a player you are, but both games present you with the option to exert a little control over the randomness and to outthink the chaos and squeeze out a win that seemed impossible only moments prior. Now, I don't consider solitaire to be a gambling game. Yes, there is luck. Yes, there are better runs because of the factors outside of your control.
Yeah, if you're going to say that every game that has RNG elements a gambling game, then might as well categorize a lot of video games as gambling then, since they do have RNG. So like all the deck building games, what else, like as they said, like the roguelikes, they also have a lot of RNG to it. And yeah, it's so weird. Even like Borderlands, like looter shooters, because it's RNG of what kind of stuff you're gonna get. So,
but that's just randomness. It's not gambling. And
Balatro,
by the way, has no PvP. You're not playing against another person. There's no microtransactions. It's a $15 game. Once you pay the $15, you are done altogether. And although it does contain poker hands, which I think would be the main argument about how it teaches gambling, it also expands beyond poker hands. Yeah, there's 1 pair, 2 pair, straight, flush. But there's also things that just don't exist in poker that are fully made up. Like, this person is playing 5 of a kind of the same suit. You cannot do that in poker because there are 4 cards and they all have different suits.
I mean, I like I said, I've only played about 30 minutes of it, so I'm not this deep into it. But that seems wild. I don't know how often you can do this, but I don't think maybe like with all these jokers on the board, maybe.
It's called a flush 5. The dev made that shit. It's not real. That's not a real thing.
Flush 5 level 8.
This is what happens. Now, everything you're seeing on the screen might seem like gibberish to you, but this was a carefully thought out master plan involving 8 different Joker cards, which apply different levels of multipliers on all of these individual cards.
I think, I'm not certain, but the highest points I had per hand total, even with all the multipliers, didn't even go past the blue number, much less having all that multiplier.
Based off the suit and the rank that the cards are, to lead to a final score
it's
of
exponential
7 to the 55th power, which is a number I don't know how to express outside of just reading that screen right there.
Yeah, scientific notation.
But
wow.
He's a sick man. He's a sick man who does crazy shit. Congratulations to you. And that's what the game is. And this game isn't only getting taken out of like the Nintendo Switch store in different countries, it's also taking down content creator videos. Literally, creators who are making videos about Balatro are having their videos being taken down for gambling content. I had one.
I mean, as of right now, as recording, YouTube seems to be perfectly fine so far.
One creator DM me the exact examples, but you can take a look here. This is on TikTok. Live access suspended when they were playing Balatro because of gambling. Okay, there's
I've seen memes on YouTube that were from TikTok, but I personally never used it or uploaded, so I wouldn't know there.
You cannot earn money from this game. You cannot pour more money into this game. All you can do is play and try to have the best run on any random seed. You don't even have to play random seeds. You could play set seed, which is just remove the randomness altogether and just be about best play. The dev also tweeted out, it is a solo dev, that they don't condone gambling, staking something personally valuable on an uncertain event. But they also don't believe Balatro contains gambling. They have a risk-reward mechanic in RNG, but it's a core mechanic to the genre at large, which is true. If you ever played a fucking roguelike, there's a lot of luck in that bitch. That factually, there is just a lot of luck. It is not gambling, but if everything luck-based is gambling, then sure, but video games have luck, man. Video games just have luck. But it's not like we're playing blackjack here. And at first, I thought this story would blow over. There's no reason to talk about it. This is just it's an oversight. We'll switch it back to 3+ in a day, and everyone can play Balatro, and we can live in a happy, peaceful world where nobody talks shit on Twitter. Then I heard from another dev.
That's a pipe dream, right? No, a day of Twitter with no drama, no criticizing, just peace. That's never going to happen.
There's this game that I found out about a couple years ago. It's a strategy game, and it's a rogue-like slot game. Aliens Rock plays it, one of my favorite YouTubers, and he had
I don't think I've heard of this one.
Insane score on it. I remember this video vividly. And then I found out that Luck Be a Landlord, that game, was banned in 13 different countries.
Maybe that's why. I don't know.
It was encouraging gambling, and it simulated gambling.
So it says it's been geo-blocked in all those places. So I guess it's not blocked in the States, so... Yeah, I still haven't heard of it, though.
And was conducive to gambling or whatever. And it was specifically banned in South Korea, which is where 20% of the game's revenue was being made. And I will just read what the dev wrote here in this blog because I think it's valuable. Jetpack Joyride, a game with a literal slot machine mechanic, is E10 plus rated and isn't geo-blocked. Dicey Dungeons, a game with themes of luck and rolling dice, is not geo-blocked. A literal clone of my game, which raised $6 million in venture capital, is somehow E for everyone and isn't geo-blocked, despite literally having a battle pass and random microtransactions.
Oh, the double
Getting
whammy.
started on how loot boxes are allowed and encouraged on these platforms, which is all fucking true. Now, this game did eventually get unbanned in South Korea, but it took like 6 months. This only got unbanned like a couple of months ago. And they said it was very...
Hey, is that a chance of just that the clone of the game releasing more recently? That's why I guess the filters haven't gotten through yet, maybe? Because you know how... Like sometimes the filters are kind of slow just because of the absurd amount of stuff being uploaded. So maybe that's why I don't know. But it's so weird that because I do see on and I play them on my gaming channel from time to time when I see the ads for them, these clone games that for sure uses not legitimate source work and artwork, but they still have all these crazy in-app purchases, battle passes, many ways to siphon money out of people, even though it probably will be taken, those games will probably be taken down at some point. It's just a matter of when, right? Not if. So
very difficult as a solo dev to fix a situation. It's not like they're a huge company and they can't fix it in a second because they're not EA or whatever. They sent appeals 3 times. They got boilerplate responses back. And the game does not contain any gambling, but Google didn't want to hear it. And it's still banned in 12 other countries. And the whole time I'm reading all this, I'm thinking, bro, how does fucking FIFA exist, man? Or EA Football Club 24? This is a real clip.
Oh, yeah, the FIFA packs.
There's a man playing FIFA.
I swear there's girls in this FIFA, bro. England.
Oh, speed.
I show speed opening a pack.
Sterling! Sterling! Sterling!
Look, man.
Okay.
Pack openings are huge content farms, and all it is buying packs, oftentimes with money. You don't always need to use money, but you can use money, and all the creators who buy packs are using money to farm really cool players.
And then for those creators that actually have the monetization stuff, they more than likely make the money back. If not through that one video, then like another video as well. So yeah, I mean they spend money, but then they usually they will just make it right back. I assume. I don't know much about how the it works, but yeah, I don't think they're taking a loss at it.
That's gambling. It's literally gambling for the best team possible.
Although I also do like real life pack openings, but yeah, I don't sell my cards, or at least at the foreseeable future. I don't plan on selling my cards. If something catastrophic happens, I might have to, but as of right now, I'm not. I don't really plan on selling all the stuff that I open.
Via pack openings. There have been restrictions, I think, because of the European Union on how they have to present those pack openings.
So yeah, well, it's like, how does every game that has loot boxes and like these packs not be considered gambling? Or at least to the point, like, to an even further extent that Balatro was flagged for gambling. But like, you have these FIFA packs, you have the loot boxes, even like I'll categorize a lot of online card games as well. Like you can argue Magic the Gathering buying booster packs, that's gambling because they're randomized. Granted, you do get, if I remember right, you do get some sort of crafting mechanic if you get duplicates. I think it's been like years since I played Magic the Gathering Arena, so I'm not sure about that, but yeah, there's a lot of games that have loot boxes and some sort of microtransaction. That's to say.
But it's fucking gambling, bro, and it's E for everyone.
Yeah.
How does it make sense? Make it make sense to me. There's no microtransactions. It's not PvP. It's just PvE, $15, and there's elements of poker, but they make shit up, man. It's more in poker. It's a good game. Stop fucking over my favorite game, man. Let everybody play it. Anyway, if you haven't checked out Balatro, check it out. It's a great-ass game. That's what I want to talk about today. I hope you'll indulge me.
It is pretty fun.
For more juicy drama the next time I talk that you might all care about. Anyway, have a good one. See you later. Goodbye now.
Oh, I like these ones over than the drama ones. So I don't really care about drama. I care more about these ones. But yeah, that's wild. Like how this gets changed from a manually reviewed 3+ back to an 18+, but then, like he said, you have all these like games that have the microtransaction mystery packs that are still E. So, interesting video. I did not know about this stuff about Balatro. I just played it, recorded it, and I'm probably gonna record more sessions with it. So, hopefully those don't get taken down. It is YouTube, not TikTok, so maybe that's better. But yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.